Hi folks, thank you so much for joining me today. I'm Greg, this is all about candles. I'm your self-proclaimed Canadian candle connoisseur, and every Sunday I give you guys the WWW Weekly Wax Wrap-Up. It's a really quick breakdown of all the candles that I finished burning this week and my overall thoughts and impressions. So let's just get right on into things. I finished off Mainstreet Bakery this week. Overall, I enjoyed this candle quite a bit. Does not really smell like a bakery unless you were to walk into a bakery that only bakes with bananas. Scent notes are fresh banana, vanilla wafers, and cinnamon sugar. Really nice fragrance. I do like me a banana bakery fragrance. I think the marketing is a little bit misleading on this, and I also thought this whole collection, there was Paris Cafe and Cherry Blossom Pound Cake, just kind of a weird spring bakery collection. Not what I would have liked. I probably would have called this candle banana fritters or banana pudding pie or some sort of banana baked good. But it is what it is, and ultimately it's the fragrance and performance that count. And it performed really well. I'd say strength and throw was at about a 7. In an open space, in a medium space, it did well. It definitely had a presence to it. Performance-wise, it did okay. Towards the end here, it suffered a little bit from teeny tiny flames, and the wax did get a little bit discolored and sooty. Overall, yeah, I'd recommend it. If you like banana bakery fragrances, check this one out. Maybe you'll find them on sale for SAS. Also this week, I finished the ginger and hinoki. I get pretty into my thoughts on the Asian Heritage Month collection in some of the reviews that I posted this week. I reviewed this one as well as bamboo and eucalyptus, so I'll link to my full-length reviews of all of the candles that I mentioned in this video. Bottom line is that cold first impression was a little bit misleading for me on this one. I really wanted the ginger to be a little bit spicier and a little bit sharper. This was much more of a sort of citrusy, peppery candle experience, and the hinoki wood was just pretty much lost on me. Scent notes are fresh ginger, hinoki wood, orange zest. And what I liked about it was that it was trying to do a ginger candle that wasn't like a bakery ginger, sort of fall or Christmas type of ginger candle. It was a fresh ginger, but I was really hoping that it would come alive a lot more when I was burning it, and it never really came to life at all. Strength and throw was probably a 4. At one point it became a bathroom candle in a hurricane, and in there maybe it got up to like a 5, which is unfortunate because it performed really nicely and cleanly otherwise. The yellow wax is super pretty. It burned all the way down to the wick nickels, like no sooting, no issues, no problems. No sooting, no issues, no problems, no scent. Super disappointing. I've noticed that a lot of people have been returning some of these candles that they bought, and I can't blame them for that. It looked really pretty when it was burning though, and I like to try things, so no regrets, but not a repurchase or a recommendation. Sticking with this lineup, I also finished the eucalyptus and bamboo, or bamboo and eucalyptus, sorry. Kind of the same story as the ginger and hinoki candle. It was not giving me enough eucalyptus and bamboo. This one did come to life a little bit better when it was being burned. Scent notes are bamboo, watery eucalyptus, and garden lime. Unfortunately, that lime note is just so full on and so top heavy that for me, it really kind of overshadowed everything else that was going on in this candle. I'd say strength and throw was maybe a 6, maybe a 6.5 at some point, and it really just kind of felt like I had a sort of generic lime island margarita-ish candle burning. There was a little bit of that bamboo and the eucalyptus you can pick out in there, but just just not enough. It was just so lime heavy and not as nuanced or as special as I really wanted it to be. Not a repurchase or a recommendation, but it looked it looked nice when it was burning, and I'm glad to have tried it. You know, que sera, sera. What else did I finish? Voluspa Kalahari watermelon. I'll link to my full review of this one below. This was an absolutely beautiful fragrance. And the candle performed very strangely. I'd say, you know, this is 3 wicks and, you know, a very wide diameter. I wanted to give this format a go because Voluspa always has really nice fragrances, but just not strength and throw. I've tried their single wicks before. Had to be bathroom candles in a hurricane to get any sort of strength or throw out of them. So I thought I'd try this 3-wick format, and it did perform better than the Voluspa 1 wicks. It got up to a 7 for sure, but I really only got 3 good burns out of it. The first burn, it took forever to pool out, and that didn't bother me so much because even before it totally pooled out, you could smell it. And then when it did pool out, it was a full-blown 7 for strength and throw and really nice. The second burn, it also took forever to pool out, but it was good. Third burn was when I didn't burn it for that long. I think maybe 2 or 2.5 hours. I took my eyes off of it for a second when I was like, I don't know, puttering around the house. And when I came back to it, the entire candle had completely liquefied. This is a coconut wax blend. Coconut wax is very fragile, and it was always kind of a little bit sort of sweaty. And and so anyways, on my third burn, the whole thing just liquefied. And so I just really enjoyed that third burn and let it go off for a little while because I knew that the subsequent burns were going to be pretty weak, and in fact they were. Once all of the wax had liquefied, it was probably at about the halfway point. I burned it 2 or 3 times after that, and it was probably a 3 or a 3.5 for strength and throw. I mean, the entire candle liquefying on a third 2-hour burn, I really don't think should happen. And at that point, all of the fragrance in the candle had been released. And so the writing was kind of just on the wall. I knew the subsequent burns were going to be pretty weak, and so I kept it going on that third burn for a really long time knowing that. And overall, for a $36 candle, I got it on sale for $30. Not a recommendation or a repurchase for me, but it was a beautiful fragrance. It had a really strong cucumber, honeydew melon, lime zest sort of smell to it with a little bit of basil. And it just smelled really like a natural watermelon. I was saying in my review that if you're eating a slice of watermelon that's like a pizza slice and you're getting down to the part where it's like greener and whiter, once you've like bitten past all the red and pink parts, it smells just like that, sort of like the white, green, bright, like juicy rind part of a watermelon. It was really lovely. I just wish that it had stuck around for a little bit longer. You know what I mean? And one last candle that I finished up this week, Root Beer Float from Slatkin & Co., aka HomeWorx. The very last burn on this went really badly, and you know, the wax got corrupted and it was really, really sooty, and that was only after having burned it for maybe an hour and a half or 2 hours. So even though there is a little bit of wax here still, I had to call it a day. But the scent was really beautiful. I believe that on the website they got top, mid, and base fragrance notes. The top notes were effervescence, frozen lime, anise, sparkling ginger. The mid notes were root beer accord, sassafras extract, and sheer spices. And the bottom notes were French vanilla bean, ice cream, and crystallized sugar. This is a really, really nice, authentic, like soda shop root beer impression. Strength and throw was probably a 6.5 on the first and last burns, and it got to a 7 for sure around the middle of the candle. I think I probably burned it about half a dozen times for 2 to 3 hours each time, and it performed really nicely up until the very end. I don't know what happened there. HomeWorx says that you don't need to trim their wicks, but on this candle, you definitely did. They mushroom topped, and in fact, I think that I should have trimmed them even smaller than I did on this last burn here, because that's what happened. Anyways, that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for joining me. How's everybody doing out there? It's Sunday. It's semi-annual sale. I haven't been into the store yet, but I think I might actually pop by Bath & Body Works this afternoon and see what's going on. So maybe I'll have something for you this week. I wanted to give a really warm thank you to everybody who's been watching this channel. I started this channel on April 1st, so it's been 2 months now, and in my wildest dreams, I did not think that I would actually be getting people watching me 2 months into this. I was quite prepared to be talking to myself for a very long time. So the fact that you all are actually tuning in and we're having great discussions in the comment sections, it really, really means the world to me. Everyone's been so lovely. I used to write music reviews for a website, and I would get like death threats from Demi Lovato fans. And this has just been a totally different experience, you know, of putting yourself out there and then having such nice, warm people getting interested in your videos and, you know, commenting and interacting with me. That was really all I wanted to do with this channel, and I'm going to keep doing it. You know, I kind of just wanted to do something in my life that was just for me, you know, and no pressure to do anything spectacular. Like, you know, I'm not interested in becoming any sort of a candle ambassador or a crazy level influencer or anything like that. I just really love candles, and I love talking about candles, and I love meeting people to talk about candles with. And so as far as I'm concerned, this whole experience has already been a success for me. Thank you so much. If you could keep liking, commenting, and subscribing, I will keep doing what I'm doing. Hope you're all having a wonderful weekend and getting into that semi-annual sale if you're interested. And until next time, let's burn some candles and bitch about it. Thanks, folks. Bye-bye.